Hey guys, what is up? We're back with another week of Sentence to Be a Hero. And again, I'm wondering if this week we're gonna go 3 for 3. We're gonna feel some heat. I just came back from JJK, so we were feeling the heat today. Is Norgal going to go for 3 for 3? That's what I'm wondering. Best character so far in the entire series, and we're only like, now 4 episodes in. Alright? And it looks like we're going to get a little bit more understanding and seeing more heroes, or the villains, the bad guys, as the story goes on. Okay? But the messed up thing I will have to say, I realized, on top of being a hero in this universe, is not only will you lose sense of self if you end up dying and getting put into a new body, but if you end up losing a body part, they can sew on another deceased person's body part for the one that you're missing. I would never want to be a hero in this universe at all. Actually, no, I don't want to be a hero. Actually, no, it's not worth it. Nope. Now I think about it, nope, I refuse. So without further ado, unless I'm Norgal, probably. Yeah, probably. But nonetheless, let's get into Sentence to Be a Hero, episode 4. I wonder where they're going now. Dang. Dang, how weak are you? Where did he come from? Man, drinking and smoking at the same time. Hmm. Dang. Oh, they still didn't give him a new leg? Was that a puzzle? Oh. Mm. What type of poems are you reading? Okay. Wh- Okay. Oh. What era was she created in? Ice cream. Okay. Oh, so she likes cute things. She is such a kid. Huh? Oh, so now you're finally valuing him? Mm. So that's what they wanted to use it for. Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh. Oh, so they're not. Oh, okay, so I guess my theory is out the window then. Oh. They were going to dispose of her, yeah. Girl. Okay. The fortress looks smaller than I thought. Really? That's what I'm saying. Like, how dumb can y'all be? Poison. What poison gonna do to a demon blight? Cause you're bait. You're bait. That is messed up. Mm-hmm. Right. Then we'll just not do the mission. Hmm. Who is that? Hmm. I want to know what his abilities are, if he has any. Natsu for over 100. Nah, bro, you. Oh no. I mean, so why was he labeled a hero? So they wanted this man to be a liar. Oh. So this man's power is literally word of like power of the tongue. Didn't I tell you, yo, the government is my. Oh my god. Bro. So because he was so good at lying, when he tried to tell the truth, they're like, bro, you're getting people too aware. We sentence you. What? Is this Sav? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this episode was more so giving us information about, I hope I don't butcher his name. Uh Venetum. Venetim. Uh and the fact that like technically his power is again power of the tongue, word of the tongue. You know, he is an excellent man when it comes to negotiations and basically getting what he wants. He like that silver tongue or snake tongue, I believe that's the saying. But at the same time, because he is a man that knows how to basically calm people with just, certain words that people want to hear, at the same time, he can't even tell the truth. Like, do you know how bad it is? Like, I'd rather be accused of beating up someone than someone saying your mouth is too much trouble. He knows something about the government and with the goddesses. He knows some information, and that's why they deemed him a hero, because he was about to expose everybody. He was about to expose within that newspaper of what the military and the government was doing, and possibly even the temple, of what they were doing. And they's like, you're gonna work for us. And on top of that, not only are we going to give you that seal that technically if you go out of bounds, your head blows up, but we're going to add another layer specifically for you to keep your mouth shut. My man got inumaki'd. He got inumaki'd, bro. He can't speak certain he can't speak certain words. Oh my gosh. And then we had Sav, who's like, okay, you know you're already a criminal in this world, and then you decide to go chop a civilian's hand. My guy. At least we see with Kiva, she's turning around. It's gonna take me a while to like her. The only reason I didn't initially like her is because it's just like you're no different than the people that's saying all these things about the heroes. And granted, some heroes are probably worthy of being deemed that title and having that position because of some heinous acts that they did. But a lot of them, like Venetim and Xylo, were accused of a crime that they didn't really commit, or it was more so they were put in a position they had no other choice. But at the end of the day, they are good people. So to see her starting to line up and starting to actually trying to understand Xylo, I think that will be good for her character. You know, because at the end of the day, Xylo only means good, and he had no choice but to basically destroy a goddess because she was blighted. Now, my theory of like saying that they took humans and all that, no, they actually come from a different world or a different universe, and they come through portals randomly. Okay, that means there is more world than the one that we're currently in, and that's where the goddesses reside. And so they come here to help, and each one has a different ability. And the fact that they wanted to use Rita was just to get rid of her. And you know what? Probably I can still hold on to my theory, because when they said they wanted to, like what Xylo basically said, that the military wanted more so, they wanted Rita so they can dissect her. I truly believe by them doing that still leads into my theory. So I'm not going to store it away completely. I'm going to have it on the back burner to create their own weapons, or in this case, goddesses, because they don't know where these goddesses actually come from. They just come from these other worlds, come to aid, and then once they are done, they go back to sleep. I think they said they go back to their world, but I don't think so. They go back to sleep, so they're pulling basically a Dracula, like use their powers, use up their powers, and then go to sleep for some time until they have to wake up again. And the fact that what's his name? Gosh dang it. The guy who's freakishly strong on the heroes team, he comes from that world as well. So it's just like there's a lot of exploration that we still have to do with this series, because it's not only this world, but we're also dealing with the world of the goddesses. So we have different goddesses that, aside from Rita, who's a summoner of swords, we have those who have like light powers, those who are able to see the future, those who have like different abilities, probably even stronger than Rita's, but we don't know the extent of how strong these goddesses are unless either one, they have to go to sleep because they overextended their powers, or two, they become blighted if they use all of it and has no way of recuperating. And that leads to possibly their extinction, because then they would be a problem, because then they would be used and absorbed by the demon lords, and then even more chaos will rain upon humans. But yeah, I actually felt for, because I'm wondering, this guy, he seems like he has a way with words, and he can also be a strategist and analyst and all that stuff. And I'm wondering what his abilities are. Even though we have, what's his name, that the one that likes to steal a lot, he is capable of using a weapon. Okay. Even though Norgal is more kingly, he creates inventions, and use those to aid people and even to fight, like defense and offense. He's more of a innovator, if you will. So I'm wondering, what does Venetim do aside from like being that the person who's in the middle talking for everybody else? Comes to find out that this man's tongue put him in a lot of problems. And they're more worried about him than even Xylo. I mean, yes, Xylo is still to be worried about because he basically took out a goddess. But like for Venom, who knows the truth of what's going on, they want him to keep his mouth shut. Now, it does make me wonder if Xylo also has that extra layer on his seal, where because he was going to expose something before they condemned him of killing a goddess or something of that sort. So I'm wondering if that may be a possibility. If they haven't already, is it a possibility that they may end up doing the same thing to Xylo, because he's also trying to find the truth. Unfortunately, he won't be able to get it from Venom, because if he speaks, more likely he ends up dying and then coming back and they do the whole thing all over again. But yeah, this episode was more calm, aside from the very end where Sav decides to lop a man's arm off because he cheated. But remember, at the end of the day, you're a hero, so you're just made it harder for all of the other heroes, okay? And he's a little unhinged, so I guess that's why he became a hero. I can see why he became a hero now. I don't need much information. I can see why he became a hero. Okay, so if you guys read the novel of Sentenced to Be a Hero, do tell me how you felt about this episode versus the chapters you adapted. If you read further than that, of course, no spoilers. Anime only. How do you feel about this episode? Especially getting a little bit more lore on like the characters who are being tried for no reason at this point, and what this could mean going forward, trying to tell what the truth is in this whole ordeal when it comes to the goddesses and how corrupt the system is. The links are in the description box, so you guys go check it out. And I'm Kimmy Chan, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.